Resilience starts here. Modern organizations operate in a world of constant disruption. Cyber attacks, cloud outages, severe weather, energy instability, geopolitical conflict, AI platform outages. Digital operations now depend on a complex web of infrastructure that spans clouds, networks, data centers, and software platforms across the world. And when one piece fails, the impact can ripple quickly across the entire business. The real question for leadership is no longer if disruption will happen. The question is what happens to the business when it does. Most boards assume their organization can recover quickly from disruption. The assumption is simple. If something breaks, we recover and move forward. But when incidents actually occur, many organizations discover something different. Recovery takes far longer than expected, and the operational impact is far greater. That difference between assumed resilience and operational reality is what we call the failure gap. It is the space between what leadership believes will happen during disruption and what the infrastructure can actually support. And it is exactly where business interruption occurs. Most organizations believe they operate with continuous resilience, but in reality, they rely on backup and recovery. Those two are not the same. Backup assumes the business will stop and restart later. Resilience assumes the business continues operating through failure. The failure gap appears when leadership expects continuous operation, but the underlying systems only support recovery after interruption. Today, disruptions can come from many directions. A ransomware attack locking systems, a cloud provider region failure, a SaaS platform outage, energy instability affecting data centers, severe weather events like hurricanes, floods, or extreme heat, wildfires or physical damage to communications infrastructure, geopolitical conflicts disrupting networks or satellite systems, even outages in the AI platforms organizations increasingly depend on. Any one of these events can interrupt operations, and when they do, the failure gap becomes painfully apparent. To understand this risk, organizations need to measure it. The failure gap diagnostic evaluates 4 critical dimensions of operational resilience: business critical operations, recovery confidence, infrastructure dependency risk, and leadership assumption alignment. Together, these factors reveal whether resilience exists in practice or assumed. The assessment produces a failure gap index, a measurable view of operational resilience. Some organizations score high and demonstrate proven continuity. Many discover hidden fragility, and some uncover a material operational risk they never realized existed. For boards and executives, it is often the first time operational downtime exposure becomes visible. Closing the failure gap requires a shift in how organizations design operations. From recovering after an outage to continuing operations during failure. Continuous application availability, transaction consistent replication, tested operational failover, and validated business continuity. The objective is not faster recovery. The objective is continuous operation. The failure gap diagnostic gives leadership something most organizations rarely see clearly: a measurable understanding of resilience risk, evidence for boards, regulators, and insurers, and a roadmap to move from assumed resilience to proven operational continuity. Because resilience isn't something you assume, it's something you prove. It's in the name: ZeroDown Software.